Thank you.
That's what I see.
So, yep. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about, I'm a math class. So my students, we have math in the morning for 2 hours, and this is their math time. They have been studying units of capacity. And so we have some things that we wanted to share with you guys about it, and then answer any questions. How's that sound? Oh, I lost your sound again.
That's amazing. You please.
Okay. All right. So Paxton, we're going to explain to you what we use and how we do, because this is the unit we're working on, and we have a few things to show you about it.
Hi, my name is Paxton, and I'm going to tell you the customary the customary units that we use for capacity. We have fluid ounces. We have cups about the size of this. We have pints, and we have quarts, which is the size of this, and we have gallons, which is the size of this.
So what do we buy in those containers?
We buy milk in gallons usually. We buy
Probably water.
we buy water in quarts, and we buy
Milk or juice here.
like smaller like juice boxes and stuff like that, and cups.
How many come?
And the countries that also use the customary system besides United States are Liberia and Myanmar.
So only 3 countries in the world use the same system as us. Why did we decide not to switch?
Well, we didn't decide. We decided not to switch because United States back in the late 1700s and early 1800s did not disliked France. And all those European countries that way. And they all use the metric system. And so we wanted to be different than them in like any sort of way possible. So we decided customary system, which is pretty much the imperial system.
That came from
Britain.
Yes.
Thank
all
you.
our factories were building a lot at that time, and it was going to be too much to re-educate our population. So we never switched over to the metric units. All right.
That's very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing the information.
One of our standards is actually to convert, because they have to know how many of each item goes in it. So we create something we call like a gallon man.
So the G stands for the gallon, the largest in the metric system, and the customary system thing. So then the Q stand for quarts, which are the second largest, and 4 quarts equal 1 gallon. And then the P stand for pints. Pints, I meant. Pints. And 2 pints equal 1 quart. And there's this C's inside of those. And the C stand for cups. And there's 2 cups inside of the. And there's in the inside of 1 cup there's 8 fluid ounces.
So our conversions are not as clean as yours. You're multiplying by 10, 100, 1,000. What do we multiply by?
Random number. 2, 4,
18, 16,
8, and all that.
They're not too happy about it. They're like, it's much easier than ours.
Thank you so much.
Who is next? What do you call it? So we create little cheat sheets or what we call anchor charts so that they can remember it. And she's going to show you our conversion chart.
Okay, so I have, when you convert the capacity, so can I just explain?
Mhm.
Okay, so if you convert 1 cup, that equals 8 fluid ounces. And when you convert 2 cups, that equals 1 pint. And when you convert 2 pints, that equals 1 quart. And when you convert 4 quarts, that equals 1 gallon.
And then we throw fractions in there for just the fun of it. So if they have like a half gallon, how many quarts would it equal? They're answering.
Very interesting. Thank you.
Do you have questions for us about
Yeah,
unit
we have.
capacity?
Yes, we have a few questions. My students have already prepared some questions, especially related to the math. So let me tell you something about myself. I was very poor in math when I was at school. I managed to get the minimum marks and I managed to pass my grade 10 with the poor marks. So ever since I left my school, I still have the same fear of a phobia when it comes to the mathematics. But my students don't have the phobia. They are so good in math. So they have a few interesting questions about the math. So who is going to ask the first question?
Okay.
Lohita Girija.
Hello ma'am, my name is Lohita Girija. I am in 8th grade. I am 13 years old. I am studying at JPHS School, Ailavaram. My hobbies are reading books, playing games, watching TV and dancing. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Yes, please.
How can you integrate technology with teaching math?
How do we integrate technology with teaching math? Who can answer? How do we use technology? How do you use laptops in here for math? Who would like to answer? Cole, you want to come up and answer?
Hi, my name is Cole, and how we use technology is that we have laptops that have teaching programs that could teach us math and help us learn.
Which programs do you use?
We use Zern, Alex, and lessons in Zern, and whenever we have to get 4 lessons each week. We have to get 4 lessons each week, and every time we get a lesson, we move our clip up. Then when we have 4 Zern lessons, we go into Alex. Then we need to get 10 Alex topics. So then, then we use Reflex that teaches us facts. So then like 2 times 2 is 4, so then it will get harder each time. The more we go on, it will get harder. And then when you get 100% in Reflex, you can move on to Zern and then Alex.
Yes, so Zern is a program that goes along with what we're teaching in class. Alex is something that works at their level because they're all at different levels in math. And so it creates a path and they get different activities to do based on that.
So very interesting. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Who is going to ask the next question? Shruti. Go ahead. Shruti.
Yes, sir. Hello, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Shruti, a 7th grade student. May I pose you a question?
Yes, please.
Do your students write exams?
Of your question.
Do your students write any exams?
Do my students take any exams? Who would like to explain? Haley? Introduce yourself. Say what grade.
Hi, my name is Haley. I'm in 4th grade. And yes, we do take exams year round. We do one per season of the year. So one for summer, one for spring, one for winter, and one for fall. It tells us how much our math and reading has grown since the beginning of the year and years past. And also we also take more than just that to see what we're learning and what we need to focus on to continue learning.
And what about the big Ohio one?
The Ohio test is a state test that everyone in Ohio takes, not just our schools, but everyone in Ohio.
So
it
I have a
means-
supplementary question, actually. I have a supplementary question. Do you like math? And what do you want to be in future?
Yes, I do like math. And what I want to be in the future is a chef, which involves a lot of math.
All the best. So who is going to ask the next question? Jay Lakshmi, are you there? Jay Lakshmi, over to you.
Sir. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this golden opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Jay Lakshmi. I am studying 7th grade. I am from ZPHS Ailavaram. May I pose the question?
Yes, please.
What techniques do you use to engage reluctant students?
What technique?
Do math and math classes. We do 3 small groups, group 1, group 2, group 3. Whoever each day, one group goes, well, 2 group go. It depends on how much time we have. If we only have a little time, maybe only one group will go, and maybe 2 groups will go, but only one will get halfway through. And if we have a lot of time, maybe all 3 groups will get 3, but maybe one will get halfway done, or only a little bit done. It depends on how much time we have in the day.
You're nervous there, Kyla? So
Thank you.
what happens in here is we rotate. So I have a small group. I don't know if you can see because we have guests here today, but my room's set up like this. So I have one whole board, see the wall of boards, and you can see some of my tables there. Students will meet with me at the table and we'll go through lessons. I also bring up stuff that they've learned in the past, and based on what they might have had trouble with, they actually work on that board, and I give them problems, and then they get more challenging as they go on. So hopefully they get help right when they need it.
Yes, I have recently been to your country and observed a few math classes because I know that I was poor in math when I was a student. So how efficient the teachers actually, I was really surprised with the dedication of the math teachers where I had my time with the math teacher. I was there for 1 week. I observed their math classes, and they were so patient enough. They encouraged the slow learners, I mean, who are very slow in mathematics. They encouraged them so that they can come out with good performance. So
Yeah.
the teacher's passion is really appreciable. And I was really lucky enough to be associated with those math teachers for all those days. And we're lucky enough today also to have you as our guest teacher. So
Thank
one
you.
more question. Josh Madhav, go ahead and ask the question.
My name is Josh Mala. I'm studying 8th grade. My hobbies are reading books, playing games. Could you please tell us something about your school?
Something about our school. Who had our school? You wanna come up and explain? You know what? Just don't worry about presenting it, because just come up and tell. If you need yours, just bring it there. Our school is going to seem a little weird compared to most schools because we fixed our school so that we could fit in it. So we're not necessarily an elementary, a middle, and a high school. We kind of have grades that are all mixed up.
Yep. So our school is Sail Away Middle School,
And these are some facts about it. Our school has a population of 485 students. And we have great staff who keep us learning and safe. And we have 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th grade in this middle school. Our school starts at 7 a.m. and it ends around 2:15 p.m. We take field trips to really neat places. In 5th grade, you have the option to join band or choir. You can also join drama club and be in plays. You also have the option to play sports such as football, soccer, and basketball. We have delicious hot meals unless you have a lunch from home. Those are some facts from SMS or Sail Away Middle School. So how is your school like?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
We learn total 7 subjects. They are English, Maths, Science, Social, Hindi, Physical Science, Telugu. Total 7 subjects we learn at school.
Okay, how many languages do we learn?
We learn 3 languages. They are English, Telugu, Hindi.
Okay, and so are you able to speak the 3 languages?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, what are the core subjects in addition to the languages? Can you explain one more time?
Maths, Social, Natural Science, Physical Science.
Okay. And how many students are there in our school? Do you have any idea?
More than 500. Sir.
Okay, more than 500 students. Do we have uniform?
Yes, we have an.
Okay, so we have a uniform for both girls and boys. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So what's the color of the uniform for girls?
Pink dress and violet pant. For boys, blue.
Go ahead. We'll see if you can answer. Okay, I don't know.
Yes, you can ask your question. What do you want?
What part of India are you guys from?
Yes. Who is going to answer to this question? What part of India we belong to? Can anybody answer to the state in red and shade? Our state is located. This is quite close to the Bay of Bengal. It's a Bay of Bengal, and this is called Andhra Pradesh. So that's the information about my region. And Nandini, go ahead and ask the.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for
Hello,
asking.
ma'am. Hello, ma'am. It's my pleasure to introduce myself. This is Nandini, a 7th grader. Would you allow me to ask a question?
Yeah.
Yes. What math topics do you teach at school? What topic do your students like most?
Can you please repeat? Can you please repeat?
Okay. What math topics do you teach at school? What topic do your students like most?
What math topics do we teach and what do you like most?
Well, for math, right now we're doing area and perimeter. My favorite was probably capacity, or converting like the capacity together.
It's a little more hands-on than some of the other math. What's her favorite?
Okay, thank you. Please ask.
Hi ma'am, my name is Ram Lakshmi. I am studying 8th grade at ZPHI School, Ailavaram. I am from India. Can I ask one question, ma'am?
Yes.
Do your students like math?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? guys like math?
Yeah, so students love math.
Why?
We love math. Well, like math. Please.
Because I'm the math teacher and he has to say that. Why do you like math?
We like math because we do a lot of hands-on projects, like games and stuff like that.
So you learn the math by games. So by doing activities, you learn. That's why you like the math. Okay, you're so lucky to have a creative genius. So I mean, as a teacher. Okay. Next, any more questions?
Sir, can I?
Varun Teja, go ahead.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Varun Teja. I am studying 8th grade. I am from India. What are the issues in teaching math?
Can you please repeat that question?
We do, and I'm one of the teachers that keeps getting moved from grade to grade. So the biggest issue we have is the manipulatives or like the games and that kind of thing. They won't order them and we don't have them. So we have to be really creative in using what we can find that's free or cheap. So those would be the biggest issues. And maybe overcoming fear of math, because some students are afraid that they're not good at it and they don't want to do it. And so that would be the other big issue.
So as an English teacher, I do have many issues. In fact, when it comes to the grade 6 students, they come to school without even a background of alphabet. So I have to work on those students, 50% of the students without the knowledge of alphabet. 50% of the students are good at English. So I have to divide these two students into two groups. I have to simultaneously, I have to parallelly teach these two groups. So that's really challenging for me as a teacher.
Oh,
yeah. Next, any more questions?
Well, and then with the pandemic, we had kids who stayed home. So that's another thing, because some of them were too young to learn online. And so we're overcoming those as well.
Yes, absolutely. Tedipya.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
My name is Tedipya. I am studying 6th grade. My hobbies are reading books and playing games. My life ambition is to become a software engineer. Can I ask you a question, ma'am?
Yes, please go ahead.
What do you like most about teaching math?
I like to see the progress over time when the light bulb goes on and they finally get it. That's my favorite thing about teaching it. Plus, it's everywhere. And so we can pull in interest on whatever they like and what I like, and we can do math on no matter what. That's what I like about it. Okay. Do you like math?
Tedipya.
Yes, ma'am.
So what topic do you like in mathematics?
I'm sorry?
Yes, I am asking my student. And Tedipya, do you have any specific topic in mathematics?
Sir, LCM and HCF, sir.
Thanks. We have another question, I think, about weather. We want to understand a little bit about what your seasons are like and see how it compares to what we're like. We are actually in Ohio, up along one of the Great Lakes. We are in the shallow Great Lake, and we can walk over to the beach from the school. As a matter of fact, we'll be doing that next week. So we have a student who wants to ask you a few questions about that. Sloan?
Very, very hot. In summer, the highest temperature being recorded is almost 50 degrees. That means it looks like a walk on the oven. It's very, very hard to live in this part of India in summer. But rainy season starts in the month of June, and June to September, October, November, and November we have a winter for another 4 months. So basically, Indian climate can be categorized into the 3 seasons. One is winter, rainy season,